Hello, my name is Dr. Ivan Khan, the CEO of Khan's Tutorial. Welcome to today's free workshop and success video on how to do well in high school and have a great college admissions process later on by senior year. If you're watching this video, you're either a student at Khan's already in the high school for either GPA, AP, college admissions, or even SAT. Or you used to go to Khan's Tutorial and you are in high school and you're a parent and you want to find out what it'll take for your child to do well in high school and have a good college admissions outcome. So we'll be taking a few minutes today to meet your managers at Khan's, find out what it takes to do well in freshman year, then to sophomore year, junior year, and senior year, academic goals, and most importantly, how you or as parents can be involved at home to help your child succeed. So just a few housekeeping items, our contact information. If you're ever looking to find out about new enrollments, referrals to families, fellow families and neighbors, questions on packages, the best place to call is our mainline number at 718-938-9451. We're always available 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on 7 days a week, and we're always available to answer any questions about your child and their success. If you're ever having questions about your student, particularly about their progress or any non-time sensitive issues, you can always email tasmia.promi@khanstutorial.com, and please allow us about 24 to 48 hours for a reply. And just know that Saturdays and Sundays are the best times to reach out. That's when all of our high school leaders are actively in session. So let's think about this, parents. Your child's high school career is 4 years long. It starts in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. And there are a lot of things that will be in your child's control. And there are some things that will be beyond their control. And there are some things that will be a little mix of both. For instance, how well your child does in their GPA, which is the most important thing for college admissions, and how well they perform in their SATs, which is the second most important thing, are pretty much within their control, their hard work, your support, and their perseverance and grit. Later on, you will need to start taking on extracurricular activities, whether you're a 9th grader or a 10th grader, or a junior or a senior as you continue on in high school. And of course, later on, there will be items like teachers' recommendations, a college essay, and interviews that'll all be part of the college admissions process. So let's begin with the 9th grade. By 9th grade, you're probably taking a science course, some Regents math level courses, and some humanities like global studies and English. This is the perfect time for you to really get a good start to your high school career. You want to start with a 95 plus GPA, however which way you can your freshman year. You don't want to come out of the gates in the middle of the 80s and stuff like that. You want to show your best foot forward early on. And let's keep in mind the 9th grade is also the time where your classes will be a little easier. So while you are adjusting to life as a high school student, it is really, really important that you focus on establishing a really strong GPA. And this is also the time where you want to start looking into extracurricular activities that meet some of your interests. By 10th grade, families, by 10th grade, things are starting to have the pressure starting to pile on a little bit more. You'll have opportunities to take APs. So whether it's AP Chem or AP Bio, colleges always want to see students challenge themselves. So if you're looking for a career in healthcare or the sciences, taking AP Chemistry or AP Biology might help you move up in the college admissions process later on. By sophomore year, you're also offered AP World History and AP European History. And at Khan's, we always urge all of our students to at least take any of these APs that may be offered, because selective colleges do want to see students challenge themselves. By 11th grade, you want to keep working on your GPA. And by now, you're taking physics, which we teach at Khan's. We have Algebra 2, Pre-Calculus, US Government, and US History. These are some of the most important Regent subjects your child will be taking. And this is also the time where they'll be starting AP classes like AP Bio, AP Chemistry, AP Physics, AP Calculus, AP Government. So whether you're going into the sciences or you're going into humanities, things like AP Macroeconomics, AP Government, AP statistics even. These are all important classes you need to start thinking about by 10th and 11th grade. By 12th grade, your college admissions will be starting that fall. And by now, hopefully you're taking at least 3 or 4 more APs. So in total, by the time you graduate high school, you want to take at least 1 AP by sophomore year, maybe 2 by junior year. And even if you have 3 by senior year, that's a total of 5 to 6 APs that you can accomplish throughout your high school career, which would look really, really strong for top colleges. To students attending top high schools, just remember that as a sophomore, as a 10th grader, you will be taking the PSATs in the fall. And colleges like to see a PSAT score above 1450 by junior year, especially for the National Merit Scholarship. And of course, at cons, we help hundreds of kids get 1400s and 1500s every few years. Throughout the year, there's several times where SATs are administered. And it's something that you should be starting to think about by 10th and 11th grade. By 9th grade, once again, keep focusing on your GPA and extracurriculars. And by 10th, 11th grade, hopefully you'll have your SAT prep out of the way. So as you're building your GPA, your grade point average, it may be starting at the 90 to 95 range as the 9th grader, but you always want to move it up to 92, 95 range by a 10th grader. Keep increasing it to 93, 97 range if possible by 11th grade. And by 12th grade, you may very well have a 96, 97 GPA at a top high school in New York City with many, many APs and an SAT score above 1500, and you'll be ready for not only selective colleges, but dozens of colleges that would be seeking you with generous scholarship. So as we mentioned, extracurriculars are a really, really important part of getting into college. As a 9th grader, you should start seeking after-school clubs. It's never too early. We always encourage students to start early so they can understand time management. And whether it's the debate team, speech team, athletics, robotics, honor society, these are all items that you want to participate in to ensure that you have a well-rounded high school experience. 9th grade is also a great time to do community service and start internships for youth employment programs. And by 10th grade, hopefully you really, really have a good hang of high school and you're going from after school clubs to maybe joining your first team, whether it's the debate team or an athletics team or the junior varsity basketball team or volleyball team. By now, you should also be volunteering in hospitals or law offices or community centers where your community service hours can count towards your volunteer experience on your application later, and you get good exposure to different fields. By 11th grade, a few more official youth internships if possible. And by now you should be thinking about the SATs, and you should probably taking some APs by then. So when you're at Constitutorial, our high school department, particularly serving the GPA, AP classes, college admissions, are led by some of these fantastic leaders. We have Tasmia Promi, who's our college GPA and college admissions director. We have Emma Mohammed, who's our GPA and college admissions manager. We also have Samia Ahmed, who's a quality manager, Azim Amia, quality manager, Naeem Chaudhry, HSAP outreach leader, and Hafsa Haq, HSAP outreach leader. At any given time, you may be speaking to our leaders for your child's success in high school and the college admissions process. Just a little background on Tasmia. She is a proud graduate of Townsend Harris and the Hunter College with a degree in biochemistry with special honors in interdisciplinary studies. And Tasmia is also a first-year medical student at SUNY Downstate College of Medicine. So congratulations and best wishes to Tasmia, who's looking over your children and offering a lot of mentorship in case they're looking for a spot in healthcare one day as a physician, a physician's assistant, or anything similar. Emma Mohammed is a proud graduate of the Bronx High School of Science and is senior at Barnard College, which is the sister college of Columbia University. She's majoring in physics and minoring in mathematical sciences. Emma's been a leader at cons for at least 2 or 3 years, and she's also headed to complete her master's in engineering at Columbia University in a few years. So she's already a candidate there in that master's program, and we can't wait to see her succeed and mentor your students and your children along every single weekend. Samia Ahmed's also a proud graduate of Brooklyn Tech, senior at Brooklyn College Scholars Program, majoring in anthropology with the concentration in cultural anthropology. She's also a minor in chemistry and biology in the pre-optometry track. Azima, one of our fellow quality managers, is also a senior at Fordham University and majoring in political science in a pre-law track and minoring in economics. So Azima's been with Conservatorial's high school department for at least 2 or 3 years, and under her supervision and leadership, dozens, if not hundreds, of students have been helped with their SATs, their GPA, and of course, college admissions later on. Naeem Chaudhry is also one of our outreach managers at Cons. He's a junior at Gross School of Engineering, minoring in mathematics. And Naeem, you may have had interactions with him in their mentorship calls, which are free for all students at Cons. So every single week, even during classes and after classes, there's opportunities to speak to our college counselors here. They're pretty much serving the role as your guidance counselor at Cons Tutorial. So if you ever have questions about what high school subject to take or what college to apply to, these are your leaders. And finally, Hafsa Haq, she's a graduate of York Science at Specialized High School in Queens. She's also a sophomore at Hunter College Macaulay Honors College, which is an extremely competitive program here in New York City, majoring in human biology on the pre-physician track. So clearly, we've hired only the best, and we've trained up only the best leaders to oversee the success of your children in high school and towards the college admissions process. However, that does mean you, as parents and the students, we have some responsibilities. They include arriving to class on time, submitting homework regularly every single week, submitting classwork during class, actively participating in class, and asking the right questions. It's also critical that all leaders are respectful of their peers and contributing to a helpful, positive learning environment. Please just know that your child here at Cons will be receiving live digital instruction every single week. All of our instruction will be live in a digital platform. Small group classes. At school, there are 30 or 32 kids per class. At Cons, for GPA, most classes are 6 to 8 kids, maybe 7 kids, 7 to 9 kids. We have monthly practice exams for any and all of our subjects. We also have weekly classwork and homework and monthly parent conferences. And that's an area that we're really, really looking to build upon at Cons Tutorial. So we recognize that it's critical for parents to be involved in order for our high school children to maximize their success and outcomes. So when they do sign on, your children will have to go on through ktlearning.com, signing on there, click on login, sign in with your credentials, your email and password, and take it from there. There's always helpful FAQs, and anywhere from how do I find my classroom, how to add my profile, how do I stop my subscription once the course is done. So there's always all these helpful articles at ktlearning.com/help. So classwork is assigned every single week via the Google form link. It's critical that all parents are checking in with your children to ensure that they're submitting classwork every single week before they wrap up in class. Homework is assigned every single week by your child's instructors via Google Forms. It's critical that students complete it and hand it back by the due date. At the beginning of every class, the instructor will go over last week's homework. And that's the perfect time for your child to review any questions they may still have about that previous week's homework. Please remember that your child may only be with us for 2 or 4 hours every week at Cons, but there's 168 total hours in the week. And the type of practice we do at home, the type of habits we keep at home can really mean a world of a difference in being successful or not. As far as our practice work, always take the opportunity to download our practice work you have a printer at home, please make sure it has active paper or ink, and print out the material and have not only the digital version, but the paper version. As always, your classroom teaching will be live with the real live instructor, and the other in the virtual classroom. So always make sure you're supporting yourself with all the material handy. Please know that participation will expand your knowledge and help you do better in school. In high school, your ability to participate in class can be the difference between 95 GPA and a 90 GPA, 97 GPA and a 92 GPA. And those 5 points can really make a difference. And so oftentimes teachers are looking for students that are participating. And in cons, we make sure to replicate that. And we want to make sure that you're having your cameras on and participating throughout the discussion. At cons throughout the month, at any given during your child's class, they will be invited to have a free 10-minute mentorship meeting with their counselors. We have college admissions counselors and our managers who understand all the steps that it takes to do well in the process for getting into college, and they will be doing monthly check-ins, all complimentary and Cons tutorial for all of our students. At Cons tutorial, we also have complimentary workshops around the college admissions process for parents and students. Once a month, I personally lead college admissions workshops to help teach you and your children all the steps that you'll need to take, whether it's around the financial aid process, whether it's around the personal statement and the college essay, or how to succeed in the college interview and ensure the right types of college visits to make every single check off every single box to maximize your chances of receiving an offer. College workshops are accessible to all students and based on a range of topics, as I just mentioned. So at home, please make sure your child's joining class every single week on time. Please designate a specific area of the home that your child can maximize their online learning. Please be sure to not take your child out of class early. Ensure that they're able to fully finish every single class with the cameras on. And it's really, really important that they're able to succeed in a participatory way actively in the discussion. Please do make sure that your child is submitting their classwork every single week. Continuously ask your child, hey, did you make sure to submit your classwork today? Encourage your children to answer questions more thoroughly, and please make sure that your child is completing their classwork every single week and homework every single week and attending all diagnostic exams. And as always, as parents, it's our responsibility to be there at the parent conferences every single month, which take place once a month right after class. So please be sure to join your child at the end of their class, speak with their instructor, and find out how it's going. This is just information once your classes are done, in case you need to freeze them or leave early. And of course, additional resources that are free, available online, either on websites or Amazon.com if you just want to order these books. The College Board administers all the AP exams, and the Barron's program book set is excellent for New York State Regents practice exams. So with that said, I want to thank you all for your time here at Cons. We have a fantastic program that meets for 2 hours every week per subject. Your child is obviously being overseen by some of the most fantastic and driven young professionals themselves. And we can't wait to have your child be a part of that process with us and succeed just as our leaders have, and succeed throughout the program in high school, college, and beyond. So thank you so much for watching this free workshop today. Welcome to Cons for all of our active students, and to all of our students that will be returning. Can't wait to see you back, and can't wait to see you soon, and have a great one. Thank you.